Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Nonito Donaire.
Hey guys, it's Rachel and Nonito coming to you today, and we wanted to talk to you guys about Sendwave. Now, Sendwave is this amazing mobile remittance app that allows Filipinos overseas, or otherwise known as OFWs, to send money back home to their families without paying any fees. Now, the best part about this is you can send money from your phone to GCash, major bank accounts in the Philippines, and to our partnered cash pickup locations. And you can find the app in the App Store, Google Play Store, and recipients receive the money you remitted quickly and securely with GCash. Cash pickup transfers, and they arrive rapidly, and bank transfers arrive in 1 to 5 hours. Now, someone to help us with Sendwave and introducing it to you guys is Dan. You guys please welcome Dan.
Dan, woo! Dan!
Dan, I think you're still muted. Hello? Dan's muted still. Okay, so Dan, there you are.
Hey all, can you hear me okay?
Introduce yourself to everyone on the broadcast.
First and foremost, maraming salamat to Rachel and Nonito for sharing this platform with our company. We are a mission-driven organization, as Rachel and Nonito said. Our app is called Sendwave, and we want to provide the opportunity to our Kababayans to send money with no fees sa Pilipinas. And me, myself, I'm the market launcher for Sendwave, so I'm overseeing the U.S. to Philippines market. I'm a second-generation Filipino myself, which makes me very passionate about the work that we're doing. My mom's from Tondo, my dad's from Quezon City and Frisco, and they immigrated to the U.S. from the Philippines in the 1990s with not a lot of money, but with a lot of hope and with a dream for a better future for me. And because of that story, I always wanted to be able to give back to the Filipino community and help out other immigrants. And that's what our company Sendwave is trying to do. So thank you again, Nonito and Rachel, and really excited to share more and hopefully get more of your followers access to our service.
Thanks so much, Dan, for introducing yourself and giving us a little background. Can you give us some background on Sendwave?
Yeah, definitely. So a common misconception in the community that we've been hearing is that we're a new company. So even though we're new to the Philippines, we've actually been around since 2014. We got our start sending to Africa. And, you know, that mission-driven ethos was really part of Sendwave's origin story because we were founded by two engineers who studied at Brown, and they were supporting a nonprofit themselves in Tanzania. And they saw firsthand how burdensome and costly that process of sending money with the current main players can be. So they developed the idea and the business model for Sendwave, and it's gotten to the point where we've become a leading provider of remittances to many major African markets. And then over the past year, also expanded to Asia. So to this point, we have over 400,000 active users. And we're also licensed across the United States. I know that can be a common blocker for folks with remittance providers. Maybe they're not available in every state. But with Sendwave, you can find us across the US. We also send from Canada and most of Europe. And we're looking to continue to expand over the next year. And in addition to that, you know, our idea is very heavily believed in by folks in business. We're backed by many world-renowned investors. We were recently acquired by World Remit, and we also appeared on the Y Combinator list of top startups, which also included Airbnb and Dropbox. So as we were doing our research, you know, we really wanted to make sure we could bring our service and bring this idea of making remittances fee-free to the Filipino community. We think there are a lot of options available for sending, not a lot of cheap options or easy options. So that's the gap that we really wanted to fill with our service.
Perfect. You guys in the comment section, if you guys have any questions while we're talking Please do leave it in the comment sections and we will answer them. Now, one of the biggest things that I keep getting asked is this a difficult platform? So we want to play a video for you guys so you can see how easy it is. And then we'll talk about a little bit more about it.
Yun. Dali lang ah. So easy to
Mabilis.
kahit ako boksingero na nakukuha ka rin yun ah.
Sure ka?
Oo, siguro sure ko. sure na ako,
Kaya nga
sure na ako.
perfect
So,
kayong
lahat
ambassador,
ng
Nonito, because
magandang umaga
it's
po
the
sa inyong
Filipino
lahat.
Flash.
He
And the
better get
money
it
comes in
faster with
minutes.
that monitor. So you guys, like, that's how easy it is. You really can sign up and send money as easy as making Instagram, making a YouTube account, and making a Facebook. So it's super easy, super fast, and you could do it from your phone, and that's what makes it so great. Now, we do have a promo code right now that is specifically for you guys. I can talk today. Specifically for you guys, the promo code is GIVE10. GIVE number 1 and number 0. Now, what happens with that is when you use that promo code, you will get an additional $10 credit.
Yan, $10. Extra $10 yun, no?
Yep.
So, kayo mga kababayan, pag mag-send kayo all around the world, may extra $10 kayo. Yun, masasaya yung mga pamilya nyo.
Now, what I do want to expound on, and Dan, with your help, is that there's 0 fees. A lot of people are really, they keep asking that question over and over again.
Walang
Are you
fee?
sure? Wala.
Walang fee?
Wala. As in wala. As in wala.
As in talagang wala.
Wala.
As in zero talaga.
Dan, can you talk to us about that?
Yeah, so I talked a little bit about our mission earlier of making the process of sending money more affordable. But we do still sustain our business. We make a very small percentage on the exchange rate. Most of our competitors, they charge you on the exchange rate and they charge you a fee. But with us, no matter if you're sending, $2, no matter if you're sending 900, you're not going to pay a fee. So we're still able to operate our business. We don't have physical offices or branches. It's 2021. Everybody's been working from home. So Sendwave has been like that since its origin. We're really trying to innovate and adapt to this current environment so folks can easily just access the app and send money straight from their phone.
Perfect. Now,
Wow.
I will tell you from my personal experience, I've sent money to the Philippines with Western Union, and that's something that Dan and I had on our very first phone call conversation. It was not easy with Western Union. I've tried other ones. My mother has tried other ones. She does send money back to the Philippines very frequently, and both of us had issues with hers. I'm not going to name the company, but her account was hacked. So we went with Dan at Sendwave because of the security that they provide, in addition to the fact that we were talking about not just the fact that there's zero fees, right, Dan, but also the currency exchange rate is very competitive with the other competitors out there on the market.
Mm-hmm. So we just make that small percentage on the exchange rate, but what we've found is it is higher than what a lot of the other folks are offering to people. We know that rate is very important for Filipinos. It's the hard-earned money, and we want to make sure that what people are sending really gets to their recipients, to their loved ones in time. And we believe that our service is actually keeping more money in people's pockets, which is really important, especially with the holiday season coming up. We know marami magpapadala pamasko.
Ayun,
Exactly.
Pasko na. September na kasi, October na eh. Pasko na ngayon eh. Sa Pilipinas, Pasko na yan. All year naman talaga ang Pilipinas ng Pasko eh.
Now, I don't know where the comment went, but it asked me about specifically, is this from the US? And I wish I can actually, oh, here we go. So Lou from Lou
Oh, Lo, kumusta Lo?
Is that
Hindi ka pa
Lou?
natulog, Lo.
Ay, nako.
Wala ka pang tulog, Lo.
So Dan, can you expound on what countries can send back to the Philippines?
So right now we're available in the US, but we're also available in Canada and the UK, and actually also most of Europe, Spain, Ireland, Belgium, Italy, France. So definitely feel free to check us out. We're doing our best to continue to expand, so we'll get you all updates once we're available in more sending corridors.
Wow. Walang fee, walang fee, walang fee.
Now, for those of you that are just tuning in, I just got a comment, just got in. Maybe I missed it. What are your rates? It is free. It is free. You want to say it again?
Walang fee, walang fee. Fee, walang fee. Yun.
Start using that as a soundbite.
Walang fee. Actually, may story ako kasi nung pinsan ko, she passed away, but during the time na we would send her money, it was very difficult kasi she had cancer and
In
Cebu at saka we would send her a lot of money for yung mga medical expenses and stuff like that. At saka nahihirapan kami magpapadala kasi ang daming mga fee. So I just wanted to clarify na that time was very difficult for all of us. But we were able to connect in that way. Although it was palagi kami nag-change na mga kumpanya kung baga ano yung pinakamabilis, ano yung pinaka-easy. But
Speaking of fast, sorry.
Kasi flash.
Speaking of fast, Dan, let's talk about how fast when we send money that it gets to the recipient in the Philippines. Because I know I did my test run, but you go ahead and tell us.
Yeah, definitely. And then before we hop in there, also just wanted to voice over the exchange rate today, because I know that's a common question. Today it's 49.81 for $1, which we believe is very competitive. And then, yeah, that does change every day, but you can check in and see it right on the app. And then talking about delivery speed, since we are here with the Filipino Flash himself, we really wanted to make sure that our transactions go through quickly. And with Gcash, it actually goes through in minutes. Most of them go through in a minute, literally. Like you'll feel it and it'll seem like it's real time, and folks can get the money right away, which is really huge, especially now with the lockdown and everything. If you want to send money for Jollibee, if you want to send money for a drink, whatever it might be, folks can pay with Gcash right away. And I think not a lot of Filipinos know about that. Unless you've been back to the Philippines recently, or you've been keeping in touch with loved ones who are using Gcash. So definitely want to educate folks about that. And then it's also similar with cash pickup. They'll get the text pretty much in minutes. And then your recipient will just need to go to the cash pickup partner location. They'll receive a few choices in that text message. But we work with a lot of the main players as well. Cebuana, Palawan, M. Luhier, LBC. So it'll be recognizable offices that should be available throughout the Philippines. And then with bank accounts, that's the transaction that will take anywhere from 1 to 3 hours typically.
Now, I did my own test and I actually was able to send, and as soon as I hit send, I texted my friend, but before I finished my message, she texted me, "Did you just send me money?" And of course,
super instant talaga, padala.
we did GK.
Rachel Nonito, you still there?
Cash. So I tested the Gcash, and it was super amazing. So there's okay. Hi, we're back. Sorry about that. No,
Ewan ko na anong nangyari.
I am going to call Cox and we are going to have a little discussion because Sendwave's faster than Cox right now.
Yes, instant padala.
Sorry about that, guys. So let's see. Like I was saying, like, they can verify their bank accounts. Now, what I do want to talk about is this question here that says, "Oh wow, where in the U.S.?" Now, Dan, you were talking about there were some states with some apps that it wasn't available. So, where in the U.S. can people use Sendwave?
So with us, we're registered in all 50 states. So y'all just need to download us, find us in the App Store, the Google Play Store, and you'll see it come up. I think the common confusion that folks sometimes encounter is if their App Store is still registered to the Philippines or another country, even if they're in the US, then they won't see it. So you'll want to make sure your app store is registered to one of our sending corridors. And then in the Philippines, folks actually don't need the Sendwave app. Definitely tell your friends and your family abroad about it, but you just need Gcash, a bank account, or a phone number to get the text about cash pickup.
You know what I love about this is that, of course, there is Christmas coming around, there's Thanksgiving, maybe you want to send Halloween candy, but really it's the fact that, instances or situations like an emergency that needs to be delivered right now, and it can't wait a couple days or a couple hours, you have the option now to do so. Now, one of the frequently asked questions we, of course, get is Sendwave secure? So I'm going to start off with Sendwave is licensed across the United States and regulated by FINCEN. CEN, sorry, FINCEN.
Sendwave is also licensed in Europe and the UK, regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority, FCA. So we're very secured.
And it's backed by many world-renowned investors like the founders of PayPal. I think everyone knows who PayPal is, and is on the Y Combinator list of top startups, along with Airbnb and Dropbox.
A heavily secured platform using the standard for anything dealing with personal information. All the data is encoded, and we use the 128-bit encryption, the industry standard. So that is really good to know.
What else are we missing, Dan? Do we have any more than that?
I mean, y'all covered the main ones, but I think the other thing to highlight is a lot of folks might be spooked out by the ID ask or the last 4 digits of Social Security. That is a requirement for our company as a registered money transmitter. We do that to protect your own identity, to protect your money, and to ensure that your Sendwave account is not compromised. So don't worry if you're asked for that. As Nonito said, the data is encrypted. It's a very secure app to use, so you have nothing to worry about there. And then the only other thing to add too, we know folks are putting in their debit cards to attach to our app, and people might worry about that. But it's really the same process as going to a grocery store or going to a restaurant and using a debit card there. We actually are partnered with some of the leading card processors in the entire industry, including WorldPay and Checkout, which are both multi-billion-dollar companies. So it's literally the same exact action that you're doing when you're paying in store, in person, as compared to using the app. So nothing to worry about there either. Rachel, Nonito, I think y'all are frozen again. Hey everyone, Nonito and Rachel are having some technical difficulties. Their internet is currently down, so I'm just going to close us out. Make sure y'all download the Sendwave mobile remittance app. You can find us in the App Store or Google Play Store. It's the yellow one with the penguin. And then all you have to do is put in your information, select the Philippines flag, and then from there, enter the promo code GIVE10. And the GIVE10 promo code gives you a free $10 on your first transfer. That's almost 500 pesos that will go right to your recipient, which is huge. Like alam natin, malaking bagay na yun sa mga kababayan natin, especially during the lockdown and during these difficult times. And also ahead of holiday sending. So really excited for y'all to be able to take advantage of that. Surprise your friend, surprise your loved one, whatever it might be. And then after that, after you get that promo code in the app, make sure you click into the add recipient field. And then from there, you'll be able to enter your recipient's information and also select your payout method. As a reminder, we send to GCash, the mobile wallets in the Philippines. We also send to bank accounts. We're partnered with all of the major banks. And then we also send to cash pickup, all the main players there. For the GCash and for cash pickup, you'll just need the full name and the mobile number of your recipient. For the bank account, you'll also need the account number. And then from there, you'll just save your contact. You can enter their city or town. And then also enter the amount that you want to send once you're back on the home screen. So it's a very intuitive process, super easy to use. And I'm actually also happy to share my email address in case anyone has additional questions or wants me to follow up with them about potential partnerships or opportunities. My email is dan@sendwave.com. That's SENDWAVE. And then I'll turn it back to Nonito and Rachel.
Thank you guys for so much of your patience. We are calling Cox right now and figuring out what in the world is going on with our internet.
Hindi kasi nagpapadala na hindi nakabayad to eh. So
I didn't Sendwave it.
Kaya nga
See what
mag-Sendwave na kayo para makabayad kayo ng internet. Ito yung ha? So again, we apologize for the mishaps, but thank you, Dan, for just having this opportunity for mga kababayan na maka-connect sa kanilang pamilya.
And we will do this again, hopefully in less technical difficulties. But we will be, of course, on our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We've been posting links, but we will do it again just so it's at the top of the stream and you don't have any problems with sending any money to your loved ones back in the Philippines.
Yun.
With that, we love you guys. We will see you at 6 p.m. for
6 p.m.
exercise.
Sama po kayo. Kung kailangan nyo mag-ensayo, sama kayo sa training namin mamaya. 6 o'clock dito. Ano bang oras doon? Basta,
It's
training.
about 2.5 hours.
Training kasama ang Donaire.
So take a nap, get some coffee, and we'll see you guys later.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Nonito Donaire.
Could this be the night? Good right there.